Let's get it in motion, let's get it in motion. Doubling back on you, I had to refocus. If I were you, to be honest, I wouldn't approach us. Out in the world, ready. Let's get it in motion, let's get it in motion. Come to the hood, I give you a tour. They were content with life, but I wanted more. Thinking of ways of getting my foot in the door. Let's get it in motion, let's get it in motion. Let's get it in motion, let's get it in motion. Let's get it in motion, let's get it in motion.
Are you still there?
All of the homies we had turning to ghosts. We didn't know any better or know how to cope. Had to try out for the team, then wait on results. That was St. Andrews, I hated the coach. Entering raffles, I was just doing the most. Paying to play for the shows, you know how it goes. Plotting with ass, we were just struggling on the
Welcome and happy holidays from 2K Sports. It's time for NBA action. This is Kevin Harlan, and joining me, former NBA players Greg Anthony and Richard Jefferson. And the award-winning David Aldridge is on our sidelines. And it's been home cooking for the Hornets in the midst of a homestand here in Charlotte. First chance of the season for them to go up against this Celtics team. They were dominated last year, not a good matchup for them, going 1-3 in the season series. And Richard, talking about Anthony Davis for a second here. When healthy, still one of the best players in the NBA.
Yeah, his health has always been a question mark for quite a while, Kevin. But make no mistake, when AD's good to go, he's one of the best players in the world.
Boston shooting their first free throws tonight. The first trip to the stripe in this one.
And they had a lot of success a season ago as a team, hitting about 80% of their free throws.
All the talk, Greg, leading up to this one has been about the impact of the backcourt.
And that's where it all starts. When you have a confident and competent backcourt, it just opens up a lot of things for you offensively.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Caught up with Coach Charles Lee. We talked about how they plan to deal with Jaylen Brown. Now, he said Brown's explosive off the dribble, so we have to have bodies in front of him, be physical with him, stay connected with him at all times. We'll see if they can keep Jaylen in check. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David.
And forget those threes, Cat. Get the easy ones. And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Pass to Davis. Basket counts. Davis has got his second bucket tonight.
Great work by Davis in the screen roll. Good at making himself a big target in these situations.
And it's blocked right out of the air and controls it. Here's Brown. That shot misses. To the inside. Towns with the steal. Down low. Here's Davis. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Arguably one of the best bigs of his generation, Anthony Davis. I know you admire his game.
Well, he takes over the game on both ends of the floor. You would look at a Tim Duncan, a Kevin Garnett, a guy that can beat you with 5 blocks, or a guy that can dominate the post and score 25 a night. And Davis remains a dominant presence on both ends of the floor.
Screen by Antetokounmpo. Pass to Kamare. Taken away by Holiday. Brown inside the line. The Celtics working the ball around now. To the paint. Here's Eason. And the rejection by Giannis. Wound up there for Miller. An emphatic LU jam.
And offensively, Miller is terrific on the perimeter, but he can also play above the rim as well.
Here's Eason. 6 on the shot clock. That's a 2 from Towns. Boston again missing.
I think the defense will live with him taking mid-range jumpers, but maybe just a little bit more resistance.
Boston leading by 3. Now Brown. And that one's good. Towns. Towns has got 6.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, offense comes really easy to Big Cat.
And it's ball penetrating. Here's Giannis. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. Deflects the pass. And that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
And deflections, they're a stat that all teams track. They show who is the most active defensively.
And the rejection by Antetokounmpo. Lobbed up there for Miller. And stolen by Eason. Oh, and here we go. Isaac's got the fast break chance. Pass to Davis. It's picked off. And a fast break now for the Hornets. And it's Miller with the jam.
And the passing ball displays night in and night out is impressive. He takes pride in his ability to facilitate.
Davis in the corner. Misses the 3.
Shocking that he just bricked that one. The defense got real lucky there.
And Miller throws it down hard.
Oh, easy money for Miller. He just generates offense.
And so it's Holiday with it. He'll bring it up for the Boston Celtics. They trail by 1. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Inside, Isaac. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And so Boston again turning it over.
In for Boston, number 8, Gary Trent.
There's 14 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Outside, ball. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. Ball's got his second basket of the night. And no good. The dry spell continuing for him. And we reach the end of the first quarter. Hornets lead by 4.
The Boston team, 11.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for Charlotte.
So far, they've shown a terrific work ethic in transition, pushing the pace whenever possible and getting out ahead of the defense to score.
And another thing, guys, they've been very active tonight, frequently creating scoring opportunities off turnovers.
Now, here's Gafford. Following the miss by DeJounte Murray. That's tipped. They recover it. Lock at 6. Here's Trent. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
Used the pick to perfection and got all the way to the rim.
Charlotte in the lead. And it's Murray penetrating. And Greg, remember, in DeJounte Murray's rookie year, he played in the Western Conference Final.
Murray was the youngest player in that series, playing 20 minutes a game, competing against the KD Steph Warriors. How about that for a welcome to the NBA?
Greg, you've been a part of some great contending teams over the years, but what's it like being on a team at the bottom of the standings with not a lot of hope for the regular season?
Well, Kevin, no one likes losing, but it can certainly take a toll. But it can also allow you to play more freely when you know you're bad and you're not having to deal with the pressure of expectations.
Spins. Trent can't hit. And so here's Charlotte with the shot. Smith, no luck.
And usually that's a bucket for him, but look, nobody's perfect in the mid-range.
Here's Gafford. Pass to Eason. To the middle. And here is Gafford. Tries again. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him. Gafford's got his second bucket. Here's LaFrance. And again, the Hornets missing.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
And stolen by Murray. And now Winslow pushing it up. No one back to stop him. Smith, no good.
And you got to give credit to the D for never giving up on the play and doing just enough to bother him at the rim.
And DeJounte Murray gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Quarter two and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. And stolen by Murray.
And that's sort of a picture of what not to do on those last two possessions. They're being way too loose with the ball.
Even inside and against contact, Murray stays flexible and gets to his finish.
Here's Rose. Following the score by DeJounte Murray. Gafford. And Gafford throws it down. Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
Yeah, it reminds me of that Cameo song, Back and Forth.
Here's LaFrance. He has yet to score. Over in the corner, Reddish. 5 on the clock. Pass to LaFrance. Here's the three. It doesn't go for him. The Celtics with the lead. GA, these Boston Celtics are unquestionably a top-tier offensive unit.
Stupendous shooting, excellent instincts with the ball. Yeah, they are a model offense in many ways, making it tough for many teams to keep up with them.
And with an update from the sideline, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. DeJounte Murray is not one for the fast lane. He said, I come from all that stuff, but I've been done that. I'm a homebody. I'm focusing on basketball. There's a lot going on in this world, so it's about being smart. Kevin, growing up in South Seattle, seen it all. Back to you.
Yeah, you know, David, he counts himself fortunate to have escaped all of that. Thank you. And here comes Holiday leading the fast break. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stance for Boston?
From the tip, they are not making things easy on them. Lots of steals, playing disruptive basketball.
And also, given the game is more fast-paced nowadays, I like the way they've capitalized in transition, keeping their foot on the gas.
Oh, that's blocked. And a fast break now for the Hornets. Comes up. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Giannis will take on any defender. Nice finish that time.
It's tipped. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. And it's Miller with the jam. Guys, no one team gaining control early on.
Yeah, and you look at the lead change. It's 6 already. Pass
to Brown. Too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation. And he's got his first chance at the line here.
And over the course of last year, he was up over 90%. And with a stroke like that, you see why.
And so he hits the technical free throw.
What you love about Jrue Holiday is he's a true teammate. He's selfless and just wants to see his whole squad win.
Now here's Davis. 7 points in the game.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
I've been on the edge of my seat courtside. Man, this has been a barn burner.
And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Boston on top. They're up by 1. We'll be back shortly live from Spectrum Center. Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. Richard, so many things about Jrue Holiday's game we love, but what impresses you most about his game?
Well, I know it's an easy answer, but it's his defense. It's hard to be a feared defender in the modern NBA, Kevin. But Holiday is such a pest at all times on that end of the floor.
Second chance shot. Here's Towns. And Towns throws it down.
An experienced point guard. Gotta be careful how you guard Holiday in screen and rolls.
Now, here's Ball. He has 5. Giannis, no good.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
Here's Towns. And stolen by Miller. And here we go with Miller running up the court. That bucket in no time at all. Kamara's got it all tied up now for the Hornets.
Just a great job of controlling that defensive backboard, then getting out in transition. That's been the difference.
Just lost his head out there. It'll happen if you're pushing a little too hard.
And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. It's Giannis throwing it down.
So strong. Giannis has really added some bulk since entering the league. Helps him absorb the contact.
High post, Davis. 9 points in the game so far. And we've got a whistle. The refs are indicating it's a transition take foul. It's going to be a shot and the ball. And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
Brandon Miller. 1 shot.
And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. Here's Antetokounmpo. And Giannis throws it down.
Contact just doesn't matter against Giannis. Once he's inside, he is not to be stopped.
Here's Towns looking to end the run. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
Substitution on the court.
Hornets leading by 4. Greg, their offensive approach has been rock solid here.
And they're finding the weak spots in the D and attacking it.
High post, Davis. Down low. And it's slammed in by Davis.
A shifty player who really thrives on making the right play. Holiday sure runs a smooth pick and roll.
Here's Murray. And he banks in the layup. Murray's got the lead up to 4 now for Charlotte.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Davis. Oh, Davis absorbing the contact.
He can dominate, beat you up in so many ways, and Davis is giving that D. Oh, he's giving them problems tonight.
Back to Murray. They set the screen. Pass to LaFrance. It's stolen by Davis. Here's Eason. And that one falls coming off of Davis's feed. And this game is tied up now.
With as much defensive attention as AD gets, those passing lanes will be open for him, and those are the passes he needs to make.
Here's Eason. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. A little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. Pass to LaFrance. From past the arc. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. LaFrance has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. And it's Davis missing.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Smith for three. Karl Anthony Towns with the rebound. Pass to Eason. Banked in off the glass. Eason's got his second basket.
And what a find by Brown, demonstrating a willingness to create for teammates.
Reddish with the ball. And out of bounds as the Celtics gain possession.
Coming onto the floor for Boston, Daniel Gafford, Derrick Rose.
50 seconds left in the third quarter. Outside, Towns. Pass to Gafford. No luck that time in the shot that would have put them on top. Smith on the wing. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touch by Brown.
Checking in for the Celtics, number 44, Jonathan Isaac.
Here's Smith. Here's LaFrance. Now Murray. And it's Murray with the jam.
He is a big guard at 6'4". Murray getting up.
Screen by Gafford. Rose, no good. Pass to Reddish. Smith outside. Good on the three-point shot. And now a 6-point Hornets lead.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
And you see this so much more nowadays in the NBA.
3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. Celtics trailed by 6. And it's Rose penetrating. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. Driving inside. Nice shot by Rondo. And look at how the hustle game has been going for the Hornets.
Great heads-up defensive play tonight, creating offensive opportunities for themselves by forcing deflections.
And they've also not only created turnovers tonight, but converted on them. All game long, that strategy has been paying off.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Well, during the break, I listened in on Billy Donovan's huddle with his team. Well, coach is frustrated with his guys. He let them know that the turnovers have to stop. He begged them to take better care of the ball. We'll see if they heeded the message. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Giannis, that's a two-pointer. Eason grabs the board.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Yeah, it's a great look for him. One they'll try and manufacture again. Those are the shots you want him to take.
And here's Giannis. He'll bring it up for the Hornets. 6-point game. Inside. And a dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
And that's the beauty of Giannis. Always been a willing passer and can find the open man once the D focuses in on him.
Pass to Davis. And the rejection by Giannis. Just over a minute played here in the fourth. It's stolen by Brown. Back to Davis. It's tipped. And that's an intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Here's Giannis. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Yeah, it's easy to see why they go to him so often, because they know they can depend on him to come through for them.
Here's Davis. Left side, Brown. That one goes. Count it. Brown's got his first 2 points of the night.
And each year, it seems Brown keeps getting better at shooting the ball, especially from the mid-range.
And it's out of bounds. The Hornets able to retain possession here. We're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one. Here's Giannis. Again, the Hornets score.
Well, after an uneven first half, he's managed to right the ship and get things going.
Outside, Davis. From downtown, bucket! Davis for three.
Now remember, AD only made 3 3-point shots in his first 3 seasons. Try and say that fast. So he's added that dimension to his game.
How about the percentage they're shooting from beyond the arc here in the second half?
Pass to Davis. Nice ball movement by Boston. Right side, Holiday. To the right side. 6 to shoot. That's a 2 from Towns. And the rebound goes to the Hornets. Here's Miller. And he slams it down right on top of Karl-Anthony Towns.
And what an incredible talent Miller is. What a ferocious finish there.
To the paint. Antetokounmpo with the steal. And a fast break now for the Hornets. Pull-up jumper. Miller, no up. Celtics trail by 12. Brown outside. Rondo with the steal. Ball with a wide-open look. Off target from three-point range.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
And there's the goal on Karl-Anthony Towns. That'll be his second foul of the game. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Ball with it. And Ball slams it in.
And there's never been a question about LaMelo's handles. There's a lot he can do with the ball in his hands.
It's stolen by Rondo.
And clearly, we will not be witnessing a spirited comeback tonight, albeit as exciting as that would be. This was an excellent all-around performance for Charlotte.
They simply ran him off the court.
They set the pace, and their transition game was executed flawlessly.
And every win important. And this one will go down as win number 3.
And they'll take the win tonight, setting the tone in the first matchup of this 4-game season series.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And there is no question his defense set the tone for his team and gave them the rim protection they needed. Outstanding effort.
To the inside. And Davis throws it down. And here's Charlotte. Right side, Rondo. There's Miller with the 3. And Davis pulls it down. And here's Holiday. Takes it inside. Can't complete the alley-oop. Outside Rondo. So it's the Hornets taking care of business in this one. Some good moments throughout this one, but they had the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, I love the way they executed on both ends of the floor, completely under control for the vast majority of the game. And whenever there was a misstep, they just didn't allow it to fester, and that's why they're going to walk away with the win.
And that'll wrap it up, folks.